China and Brazil have struck a deal to trade in their own currencies. Now, under that deal, China and Brazil will conduct their massive trade and financial transactions directly, exchanging the yuan for reals and vice versa. Now, that deal, which follows a preliminary agreement in January, was announced after a high-level China-Brazil business forum in Beijing. The Industrial and Commercial Bank of China and the Bank of Communications (BBM) are expected to execute the transactions going forward.
So, guys, there you see, even more proof of the de-dollarization that's going on globally currently. Anyway, if you like my content, as always, I always say, tell a friend, like, share, comment, and subscribe. It's a WSXM podcast. It used to be the Washington SXM podcast, but I just take off the Washington, I just abbreviate it and use a W, so it's the same sentence, so don't be surprised if you see a name change. It's just WSXM. Anyway, so here you see China and Brazil just signed a deal, which would mean they're literally cutting out the US dollar. So this is going to grow the Brazilian economy. It's going to also strengthen the yen, because why? As I said before, if you're a country that needs to trade globally, you have to keep a certain amount of your money in reserve, which means you can't touch it, and they have to be in US dollars. So if the country have $3 billion to spend, that means they have at least $2 billion in reserve that they can't touch. If in US dollars, they're not in the currency. This hampers countries from actually executing good budgets and to spend money on the infrastructure or to buy certain things they want, because they can't, because they have to keep certain money in reserve. And because once the reserve get depleted, that drastically lowers the country's currency, like it makes it skyrocket inflation. So they have to keep a certain amount in reserve. So with this now, they can literally do away with the reserve of the US dollar. So Brazil economy gonna be skyrocketing soon. You see, people always say Brazil is a third world country, but there's a reasons for that. And African countries in general, they have to keep a certain amount of money in reserve in US dollars. In US dollars. So this is gonna strengthen a lot of these countries' economy just by just doing away with the dollar, trading in a different currency. So it's gonna be interesting going forward. Let's see what happens in a year time. We have to keep track of this, and then we're gonna see how much America can then bully people or sanction people. And then when they sanction people, we already don't use a currency, so if we sanction them, who cares? So I like what's going on in the world. We are shifting from this bullying culture where you can come in and say do this and do that, and then these countries have to comply because of the US dollar. All of that is coming to an end. So we'll see how the world turns. Let's put it that way soon. So anyway, thanks for watching. You don't know. Peace, one love. Boom.